my guest at this time is the current and longest reigning MLW World Heavyweight Champion in history. He is the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Jacob, thank you very much for taking the time to chat with me here today.
It's all good, man. Thanks for having me, brother. That was a hell of an intro right there.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm no Rich Bikini, but you know,
Yeah.
I try my best. Shout out to Rich, wonderful man.
Right on.
First of all, that's a badass moniker, the Samoan Werewolf. How did this come up? Where did you first get that name?
Man, it actually came up from my uncle Reno Anao'i. He was one of my trainers when I very first started training. Man, it was at the time where it was weird, man. It was at a time where one of my trainers was also Gangrel, the Vampire Warrior, David Heath. And we were doing this thing called Territory League. We had like city versus city. It was like the NBA, but, it was wrestling wise, San Francisco versus Reno. My uncle came up with it, man, just see me just flipping around the ring when I first started. He's like, man, you remind me like a werewolf, man. This is when I had my beard actually looked like Josh Barnett's at the time, man. I was like 22, 23. So it just came about, man.
Wow, dude, that's sick. I mean, it's just a cool name.
Right on.
Anyway.
It stuck, man. At first I didn't like it, but man, it just grew on me. And ever since then, I just ran with it, man. And it just became a part of life now.
So I think the only way to kill a werewolf is to shoot it with a silver bullet. Isn't that right? Am I getting that right?
Oh yeah, it is, man. But you can't kill this werewolf right here.
That's the thing, is nobody seems to have been able to come along with that silver bullet, man. You are at over 600 days with this MLW championship, if I'm not mistaken here. Longest reigning in history. Obviously, there's been a lot of great MLW champions. What does it mean?
Absolutely.
What does it mean for you? What is it like for you in this moment to know that you are so definitively on top and in the history books in MLW right now?
Man, it feels great. It's also a blessing, but it was also a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of people who actually believed in me, and just taking it from there on out. But I mean, if you just look at the MLW heavyweight champions, previous, I mean, I'm just very thankful, just to be set in that bar and just named in that bracket, and it's love, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And you haven't come along almost since the beginning. Josef Samael has been by your side there.
Yes.
Talk to me about your friendship relationship with him. What's it been like growing in MLW, and what does he help bring out in you in MLW?
The crazy thing, you brought him up, man, and which is I'm actually happy and I'm glad you did. I was up late last night, man, got off the training and just flipping through Pluto TV, come to find out, it says PCW Ultra, which is Josef Samael's company out there in Los Angeles. And, the match that actually was on was the first time us winning the PCW tag belts at PCW Ultra. So, which was a couple years ago. But, man, Joe's been great, man. Joe's been great. I remember the first time we met each other, man, believe it or not, we were actually clashing. We were clashing on creative, talent, like everything.
Yeah.
First met him and I went on first. I just did my thing. I did my thing out there. But I also seen, how he took care of the boys though too. And he's a little old school now. He's he come from the old school like my father and them. And man, he's just he looked out for me. He kept it 100. As always, if I did something bad, it's not like, oh, great match, it was good match, good hold. No, he's like, hey man, you got to fix this. This is wrong. Hey, maybe you should look at it like this.
Yeah.
So he's been a very big help, man, throughout my career, man. So shout out to Josef Samael, baby.
Absolutely. And, he and you obviously seem like you're at the top of Contra, but you've also got Gotch there. You got Devaldi there. How has it been finding that camaraderie and building this stable out in MLW? What's that been like?
Well, you know what? Everybody knows my family, tag team wrestler, started from Alpha and Secret of Wild Samoans, to my father, Tonga Kid. It goes to the Head Shrinkers, to 3 Minute Warning, to the Usos, So factions and tag teams I've always been a great fan of. So when MLW hit and, we was there with Gotch and started off with us, then you had Quan, Davari, you had Big Brother, the Black Hand, and I mean, it got bigger and bigger. I'm excited, man, and then especially when the restart had restarted and we added on the addition, like, It's great. I'm very happy. I'm happy to be a part of the stable. And like I said, it's just not Jacob Fatu, who's the MLW World Heavyweight Champion. No, this is Contra unit. This is the black flag. As you can tell, I'm in all black right now, baby. So we represent Contra. Even though we're not supposed to represent it, we still representing it. So, but it's good, man. I'm very thankful. Contra's running the game, and man, just look out for bigger and better things to happen.
Well, you brought up your championship. I've been fortunate to I was fortunate, I say, to kind of get to watch firsthand your rise there. I'm here in Chicago, so I've gone.
Oh, okay. Say Chicago made me, man. Chicago City really made me, and I'm talking about even from shout out to AAW, to Danny and them out there. It's been Chicago with AAW, the MLW. It's just been good. That's where I won the belt. That's where I made my debut. That's where for MLW. That's where I won the belt out there against one of the greatest cats, one of the hottest cats right now, too, Tom Lawler. He's doing his thing. So shout out to Filthy Island and all the boys out there, and all the way to one of my matches against La Parka. And Chicago's just been good. The people's been great. The deep dish pizza's been great. The Portello's been great out there. So. Shout out, man. Shout out to Chicago, man. The city's been a very, very big part of my career.
Well, I believe it was a couple months before you won the title in Chicago. I was sitting pretty much ringside where they put the media, and I got to watch you climb to the top of this steel cage and do the Jimmy Superfly spot, the big splash off the top rope onto Tom Lawler. Had you done that before? Or was that your first time leaping off a cage like that?
Yes, it was. And just true story about this. When we got up there, they set up the cage, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but Court, he was like, "Hey, man, would you climb up there and see how it feels?" Right? It's like, okay, cool. Court's so busy, he's doing this thing. So when it comes time to the show, right before we're finna go out, hey, man, did you climb up there? Right? And I was like, yeah, I climbed up there. No worries, man. He's like, all right, cool. I didn't climb up there. I didn't climb up there at all because, I was just like, man, I can't. When it's go time, this is go time. He gave me that platform to do that, and he made me that night. MLW made me that night when I jumped off the cage when Contra Unit debuted when me and Josef Samael had ran out. And but when I was up there, I can't explain the feeling, man. It's just no feeling like being up there in the headlights, really looking down and just being happy, man. But I trusted myself. I'm glad MLW trusted me. I'm glad Tom trusted me for the leap, for a shoot. And it just worked out, man. And now, it's just one of MLW's top highlights. And man, I'm forever grateful for that.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, and by the way, like I almost slipped off the cage, just throw it out there. So when you see me coming up, I kind of, but man, we had to regroup. Man, we have to learn how to adapt in this business. And that's exactly what we did that night.
Wow. Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Man.
Without a heartbeat. But you know what? Next time, we might hit a moonsault off that thing.
Oh man, well, you hit really good moonsaults, right? I mean, that's like a big thing for you,
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. We actually learned that in the Usos, the Uso and them, my uncle Rikishi's house when we were younger. They had a wrestling ring back there. In the middle was the trampoline, and then the pool was right there. Obviously we had to move the trampoline right there, but man, that's actually where I learned how to flip, man. It was in my uncle's backyard in Pensacola, Florida.
Wow. That's a question I love to ask generational talents. We get to Calvin here in just a second with the big title match that you've got coming
up.
But like what, for you, like what was it like growing up in a pro wrestling family? Did you know you were unique? Was this just normal life for you? Like, how was it?
Well, I've always been a fan. And I was a fan through that era of being young, being around the wrestling business when, this when my Uncle Yoko was there.
Yeah.
This when he was the champion, throughout the 90s. And I was also there at WrestleMania 12. So, I was actually a fan throughout the 90s. It was cool. Yeah. I never thought about wrestling at all. But I was just so thankful, man. Man, it was just so cool. Like to run up to the wrestlers, get a picture, come home, man, and just hang them all up, all throughout the rooms, have nothing but, 8x10s. But it was just cool, man, to go out there but not really knowing, what I was actually around, knowing that other people, will actually kill and die, or just to want to be around and see, what we were seeing as young kids, growing up in the wrestling business. But other than that, man, it was good. You also seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, though. But other than that, man, it was a lot of good times though. A lot of good times.
Have you had a chance to check out Young Rock yet? Have you watched it?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I was just watching it. I actually watched it yesterday, man. Yeah, I actually watched the newest episode yesterday. I love it, man. It's good, and you know what? It's crazy. The characters are spot on.
Yeah.
My uncle Alpha Seeker, Junkyard Dog, Sheik. So it's really cool, man. As a young Samoan Polynesian cat, coming up, it's just good for our people, period. It's good to see Samoan actors on there and, for them to speak our language on NBC, come on, baby, this is daily, so it's very good. And I know our people are very, very happy of that.
That's awesome, man. Have you have you talked to The Rock while you've been the longest reigning MLW champion? Has he said nice things to you, given you advice, anything like that?
Man, no, you know what? No, he hasn't. But you know what? I will always remember The Rock. That those Gucci shirts, the way he dressed, that's not a gimmick. That's really him. That was him back in the day. The Rock was the very first person I seen have a stack of hundreds. But check this out, man. He was also a very nice cat as well. I will never forget. He always knew our names. Every time he came to Sacramento, California, he always knew our name. Hey, Jacob. Hey, Josiah, to my younger brothers. And always showed us love, especially during the house shows. Sit us front row, throw us his elbow pad. Man, it was unconditional with him. He was always a great guy. I remember one time I was asking him to sign like 8x10s while he was in his towel getting fresh out the shower. And he, kind of was like, but man, he's a good dude, man. Shout out to The Rock.
I'm getting kind of Rock vibes off you right now with the black kind of turtleneck and the necklace right now. It's not quite the gold chain. It's maybe a little cooler than the gold chain. I don't want to shit, but anyway. Last Anao'i family question here, and I hope I pronounced that right. I practice. Anao'i, right? Yeah.
There we go, baby.
Anao'i.
Yeah, there you go.
So there's a lot of talk in the Anao'i family about who's at the head of the table, where do people sit? You're the longest MLW champion of all time. Where do you feel you sit at the table right now for the Anao'i family?
Man, you know what? To answer that truthfully, I feel like where I sit at the table is, just playing my position and playing my role at that time. If everybody just plays their position, plays their roles, within the family, this legacy could go on. Not only that, we could do great things. And, I think it's kind of cool, with having my big dog and Jimmy and Jay out there in WWE, me and MLW. You got my brother Lance and Cepho around, but man, where I sit at the table, I think I actually created another part of the table that it's that's not actually connected to the table, but it's connected to the table, but can't nobody really sit on this side of the table besides me, but it's all love. At the end of the day, we're all busting down, we all eating together at the same table.
I get it. I come from a large family myself, so like Thanksgiving's like 3 tables, right?
Yeah.
And you're in a big room, and whoever has the biggest house, I get it.
We got to connect it. Yeah, we just got to connect the tables together.
Hey, look, the family's killing it right now. You guys are blowing up everywhere. So I mean, good for you.
Appreciate that.
Well, let's talk about this Wednesday night here. You have a big title defense against Calvin Tankman, another undefeated super heavyweight. What do you make of your challenge, or what do you think fans can expect from this match here?
Man, I think fans can expect exactly what Calvin Tankman says every interview and every promo. He's fighting for his family. He has a kid, and I have children as well. And this just isn't another match. Where it's okay, let's promote it, let's set it up. No, like this is real. Like this is Calvin's breakout year. For him to come in and to do the amazing things that he has done. And, it kind of makes me feel some type of way, because it's like, nah, like I'm the big man who move around, like, around when it comes to MLW. So I think they could expect a lot of hard hitting, a lot of dedication, a lot of emotion in this match, because like I said, it's more than just us. It's more than just the belt. It's our families, man. This is what we love to do. This is what we do. This is how we feed our families. I mean, man, we live this. So, man, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be good. And Injustice, he's rocking with them. I mean, you never know, man. We might turn it in, and we might just turn it into Contra versus Injustice and Calvin Tankman. I mean, but yeah, this Wednesday definitely is definitely gonna be one for the books. And honestly, I'm very, very excited. And I hope everybody else is excited as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when we got to see the two units kind of mix it up here, just you know,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. I mean, you took that pretty big pounce there from Calvin Tankman. I didn't want to bring it up. I don't know if
I it's all right. You know, I honestly, I've never been handled like that before in my life.
it
He's a
was.
strong boy. He's a real strong dude, man. You know, I mean, you see him, man. He kind of make me look small, but like I said, it's more than that. Like it's not. He's really for shoot strong.
Yeah, I can tell. He's a very big man, right? And you brought up Injustice too, man. You had a great title defense, I thought, against Jordan Oliver as well. I mean, you guys,
Thank you.
you guys have kind of spent roughly about the same time in MLW. You know, what have you thought about his growth? I mean, just in general. I mean, he's a bigger guy now. I mean, I feel like he's moving better in the ring. What's it been like for you to watch Jordan Oliver and Injustice kind of come into their own a bit here recently?
Man, you know what? I actually met him. You know, I met him out there in New York, I believe. You know, I believe he's from out there in Jersey and stuff. But man, to see him come up, I actually seen him then, and then I start seeing him on the road, and then you know, from seeing him out there in Chicago, also, you know, he'd be out there, man, to see what he's done, and not only that, this guy, he really for shoot takes it serious. You know, this cat will be in the lobby, you know, trying out spots. Like I always see him moving, thinking about wrestling. So and but I love to see him. I love to see the passion that he has though. You know, but to also see what he's accomplished though, you know, from that time being when he, you know, from first coming to MLW to now, you know,
Yeah.
you could tell he's starting to be himself. He's more comfortable, and he has got bigger. I didn't really realize that. You know, I know we was doing the run-ins and all that. I didn't realize that until I was actually standing across the ring from him. I was like, shit, man, this guy looks a little bit tall, you know,
Right?
because he got height on him. He got height on him.
He does. He's a tall dude, but like he was, I don't want to say lanky, right? But like, you know, 2 years
No,
ago.
he was lanky, but see, but now, yeah, you know, he's a little, like I said, I didn't realize it until I was standing across from him. I was like, oh shit, this cat's a little taller, you know, he's a little bit bigger and stuff. So, but man, his thing's been, he's very creative on what he you know, what he does, how he says his promos, what he, you know, how he works. And shout out to Myron Reed as well, man. You know, they got something good going over there. I know my kids are fan of them. You know, when it comes to their dad, Samoan Werewolf, MLW, they don't care about this. They like Jordan Oliver and Myron Reed because those are the cool cats, you know, who be coming out, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing is MLW, especially like right now, you know, through this pandemic, it was really hard. You guys had to take several months on, but coming back, infusing some new talent in, you know, I don't know how it is for you being on top and knowing that there's always, you know, somebody trying to look to take your spot. But, you know,
oh, absolutely.
you know, you had ACH in the ring not long ago. And I thought if there was any chance that, you know, maybe somebody would have your number, it would be that guy. You know, fortunately you came out on top there. But I would imagine for you, when you see names like him or Leo Rush or anybody come through, it's got to put some feelers up for you. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, man, we're talking about from everybody to man, we're talking about everybody to the Von Erichs, to, you know, to LA Parks. I mean, you never know. Like it might even be people on Contra, you know, like, you know, we're gonna shoot real because, you know, this game is a shady business, and you know, ain't no telling who's after it. But man, yeah, I'm seeing everybody who comes up. You know, it's not just, I'm not one of those cats that just, okay, cool, I got the belt. Okay, I know I'm not that cat's coming, but I know I'm not gonna work him. No. I mean, look what happened to Calvin. You know, just look what happened to Tankman. He came in, did his thing, you know, didn't take him lightly. And now look, Wednesday, he got a title shot and it's about to go down. So
Yeah.
absolutely, man. Every time they bring in new talent, I'm always focused. I'm always ready. I'm always listening. I'm always watching. I'm trying to figure out who this cat is coming up. You know, I mean, perfect example is exactly what Calvin just did. Came in, did his thing, new talent, made a name, and now he's up. You know, and I don't give a damn. I'm not turning down for nobody. Y'all want a shot? Come get this. This is more than just a work, man. This is not a work. This shit is real.
How is it? How is it for you working with the Von Erichs? Do you feel more comfortable with them as like legacy talents like yourself? I mean, does it change?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, man, I mean, especially just to work with a dynasty, you know, with a family like that, coming all the way from, you know, from when their father and their uncles, you know, used to wrestle my father and Samu and Rikishi back in the day,
Yeah.
you know, and all over Texas. So, I mean, it's just, it's a beautiful thing. It's great, but not even with the Von Erichs, you know, it was good, you know, to see Davy Boy, you know, I mean, all this talent that Court has came, even with Parker's sons. I mean, this is great, man. I'm just happy, just, you know, just to continue the legacy, but not just only with myself, but, you know, with other families as well that's been in the business.
What was it like wrestling, Davey? Was that a little more intense than you're used
Oh,
to?
he don't play. Yeah, he
Oh,
don't play. He don't play. He's a shoot. You know, he's a shooter. He's a real guy. He's a stand-up guy. You know, he'll tell you, he'll tell it like it is. And besides everything, besides the match, there's none but the most respect for Davey Boy. He's one cool cat, man. But also, man, he takes care of business and he handles his business. So, shout out to the brother Bulldog, man, and the Hart family.
While I still have a couple minutes with you, I wanted to bring up, about a year ago, maybe 8 months ago, MLW announced that they had signed you to a long-term deal. And I mean, good on them. You are such a hot commodity. Every time, anybody thinks that you could be available, there's always so many rumors around it. How long is your deal with MLW? How much longer can we expect to find you there?
You know what, man? What I can say is MLW been great. Obviously, I'm still here with them. Me, myself, Tom, Von Air, Hammer, we gonna be there. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there. Expect a lot of good and great things to happen over there. But MLW, man, they're like family. Court and them. Shout out to MSL. Shout out to the whole staff back there. It's more than just us and Court and them. But it's the cats that set up the lights and the pyro, the ring and everything. Man, there's just it hasn't been nothing but love over there. And people, rumors here, there, but at the end of the day, man, I had to do what was best for me and my children, my kids at the time. Nobody knew this corona was gonna hit, but you know what, it did. And man, I'm excited for what MLW and what a lot of us have planned there. Like I said, when they came out, it's only the restart. We're not even halfway there, like for what's about to happen right now.
I'm guessing what's about to happen here will entail fans coming back, selling out big shows, maybe live weekly TV, something like that. All these fun big plans I think you guys have in store. Yeah,
absolutely. There's a lot of good things. I mean, you guys could tell. You guys seen the episodes. Belt's been switching hands. We've been doing a whole lot of different things. I mean, things are going good. They're flowing right now.
Awesome. Well, hey, Fatu, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. It was really a privilege to get to catch you, and I think we are going to be talking about you here for a couple more decades if things continue as the way they are going.
I really appreciate that. Thank you, man.
No problem. So hopefully we'll get to Figure 8 back around. We can catch up, talk more wrestling down the road. That would be wonderful. But for the time being, is there anything you want to plug, promote, put over, tell people where to follow you, all those great things?
Oh, man, you guys can follow me at Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf on Twitter, Jacob Fatu on Facebook, _Samoan_Werewolf on Instagram. Man, shout out to the Samoan Dynasty, all my people. I'd just like to say thank you to all my fans, man, whether it's War Beast, the Dynasty, Contra unit, whatever it is, just let all my fans know, I really highly appreciate everybody, man. And God is great, man. God is great.